Recently, Elon Musk just came out with another interesting statement, right? He's always coming up in the media because he likes to express himself. And one of the things that he recently said is that there's generally a high probability of having AGI or some sort of strong artificial intelligence, general intelligence overall, meaning high capability of AI within the end of next year or possibly within 2 years. So I'm going to play the clip for you. And the big thing I want you to take from it is, what is he specifically saying? What are the possibilities? And then what does this mean for academia?
AI is the fastest advancing technology that I've ever seen of any kind. And I've seen a lot of technology. So when you combine the hardware coming online, really order of magnitude increase at least every 9 months, and many software breakthroughs. If you look at that curve, it looks insane.
So when do you think we'll see proper AGI?
Well, it depends on how you define AGI. If you define AGI as smarter than the smartest human, I think it's probably end of next year, like within 2 years. And then the total amount of sort of sentient compute of AI, I think, will probably exceed all humans in 5 years.
Also note that this is a similar thing that Ilya Sutskever from OpenAI is saying. He's saying the same type of thing that, oh yeah, strong AGI within the next year or so. So this is important to understand. Here's a chart that shows the development of AI. You see how it's escalating. Here's another chart that shows the capabilities of computer chips and how, again, that's just unbelievable as far as the capabilities. All the charts are going in the up direction. So the rate of capability, the improvements, all of that is escalating. So it isn't beyond the realm of possibility for us to have really strong AI by the end of next year, within 2 years. Now, I've gone on record at different conferences and presentations, and what I've said is that I fully believe that we'll have AGI by the end of this decade. So by 2030, I fully believe, if not sooner. So I tend to agree with a lot of what Elon Musk is saying. It makes a lot of sense. Now, what we have to ask ourselves is, what does this mean for academia? The big thing here is that it should sort of light a fire within us, in that this is something that is for sure happening. It is for sure happening very quickly. It's already happening. So we have to make sure that we are pushing for AI literacy for all of our students, all other faculty. We can't have this mindset of some of our faculty of saying, well, I don't really like AI, so I'm not going to teach it in my class. I'm not going to devote any time for AI literacy in my class. I'll let other instructors do that. Well, the problem with that is, if all instructors thought the same way, well, then the student will never develop AI literacy. This is one of the reasons why I'm pushing for all educational institutions to develop some aspect of AI literacy within the curriculum. Throughout all degree programs, throughout all levels. So meaning that a student, whether they are a freshman, a sophomore, a junior, senior, they're going to be exposed in some way to AI literacy. They're going to continue to develop these capabilities. Why? Because it's so important. They must have this. Right now, they need this to compete in the job market, but they're going to need this even more as things continue to escalate. Now, again, let's think about this within academia. Let's imagine that, all right, so now we have an AGI, an artificial intelligence that is smarter than the smartest human, right? That is capable of all these things. Let's say that the hallucinations are vastly reduced, right? Let's say that they can do math really well. They can start to compute. They can start to understand at a much higher level than now. What does that mean for us? Well, it means the same thing that we should have already been pushing for, meaning that we need to concentrate more and more on application. We need to think less about knowledge transfer, and instead we need to focus on skills capability. We need to make the classroom so that, yes, we are definitely trying to get them to learn more, to gain more knowledge, but a lot of that should be pushed towards the AI, should be pushed towards other assignments that they do, that they develop this knowledge, because again, all the knowledge is out there. It already exists on the internet, even before AI, right? The knowledge is out there. We're no longer in this knowledge business. No, now what we need to focus on is trying to ensure that the student can properly think things through. So we need to develop their skills, their capabilities. the school time, the time that we have with them in the classroom, that should be totally maximized for hands-on learning. That should be maximized for skills development, for opportunities for them as a student to showcase, to display their skills. Oh yeah, I learned this knowledge in my readings. I learned this knowledge in maybe a simulation I went through with the AI. Now it's class time. Now I'm going to show you that I know this. Now you as the instructor are going to hold me accountable as a student, and you're going to see that I've learned this. So let's say you assign them an essay. Okay, we all know that AI can help with that. But let's say we're trying to ensure their development of their capabilities with that. So we've told them, okay, you can use the AI in this way, maybe for feedback, but it's not supposed to write your entire essay. So now they come in. Now, how can we prove that they've written this essay? Well, the reality is that we totally can't, right? We can't fully prove that. Yes, we can look at their prior writing. We can look at maybe a rough draft, but we need to hold them fully accountable for what they've learned. So this could be things where, hey, it's a 1-minute presentation where they have to answer a Q&A from the instructor or from students. Maybe it's an in-class quiz where they have to answer certain questions about what they've written about. Right? All these types of possibilities where we're holding them accountable, but we're maximizing that class time for these type of low-level assessments, maybe even summative assessments, but we're also having them perform in the classroom. We're having them showcase their skills, display what they've learned. This is what we really need to focus on more if we have this type of AI that's continuing to develop. We need to ensure that they're developing their critical thinking skills. What can we do to maximize that? Show them different things, have these types of discussions about, well, how can we use the AI, as well as ethics. We have to continually work on and develop students' ethical decision-making, ethical ideas. And again, this comes up in many different ways and will continue to. So we need to instill with them a process of how to think things through, how to critically analyze, always having this mindset of questioning, of asking questions and thinking it through. We need to make sure that they have foundational knowledge of AI literacy so that it can be applied no matter what happens with AI, no matter how good the AI gets. If we have this foundational knowledge that they've developed dealing with AI literacy, then they'll continue to be able to use that no matter how much the AI advances. So again, critical thinking, ethical development, holding students accountable, maximizing that class time, humanizing that class, because that's where we'll excel, right? As humans, is maximizing that class time so that it's humanized, so that it's social, so that we're creating opportunities for them to showcase what they've actually learned and holding them accountable in that way. That's what we need to do. Elon Musk, it's great that he's making these statements. It's great that there's media attention to that, just so that we can continue to think about this and continue to have these discussions, because that's what we need to do in order to really ensure that we can create the best educational opportunity possible for everyone involved, to include instructors, to include students as well. Thank you very much. I'd like to make sure that we continue to develop. So let's spread the word on this. Please like, share, subscribe, and together we can really come up with all these great type of solutions. Thank you. And remember, learning is for life.